I'm Allie and I'm a domestic wannabe. I am currently on a journey to create daily, weekly, and monthly habits that I'm hoping will help me as I navigate the journey of pretty extreme grief. I recently lost my mom. In fact, I'm 2 days away from the 2-month anniversary of losing her. And I have been working really hard to find my new normal. I don't really know how else to say that. But I have learned from the last 2 months that since the shock is starting to wear off, that one of the best things I have found for me personally is to get through day to day is to really throw myself into work. I wake up, I start my new routine right away. I have a cup of coffee, and within 45 minutes of waking up and having that cup of coffee, and I know I've also been watching a lot of things just about grief and how to process it, because I really don't know what I'm doing. But so many things say don't have coffee right in the morning. Well, I need it. So I have 1 cup of coffee, and within 45 minutes I go and I work out in my gym. And my goal is to do that at least 5 days a week. I'm currently working on a big project at my dad's house, helping remove 40 years of Tupperware from his garage and a lower bedroom. Because my mom was a incredibly dedicated and amazing Tupperware representative for over 40 years. So I'm helping my dad get rid of the Tupperware because that is the one thing our family has all agreed can go. None of us care about the Tupperware. And if you've watched my journey, you know I have been trying for several years to eliminate the Tupperware that I have in my garage, because I spent 10 years in Tupperware and there's a lot of it. So the Tupperware is truly the only thing none of us care about leaving the house. There are other things in that house that my dad has talked about, let's go through the closet, and I've asked him, and I know it's super selfish of me, I don't live there, but I've asked him, I'm not ready to do the closet yet. I'm not ready to say goodbye to everything. So, we're working on the Tupperware, and that is a giant project. If you've watched, you know I have spent several years working on my own, and every summer it's a big project. Well, I had a goal to work on my garage this summer, and it is being put on hold. Now I will have to do some stuff in that garage, which you will be seeing later because I don't have a choice, and I will explain it all coming up because we have a grand plan for eliminating the Tupperware. But with that being said, I have found that there's 2 kinds of days that I have. One is I throw myself into work. The other day that I have experienced is a day of not really doing anything productive. And by that I mean I lay on the couch or I lay in bed, I play on my phone, I kind of disassociate from what is going on, or at least I try to. And what I've found is those days of mindless scrolling, not being productive, those days are actually harder and sadder than the days that I am throwing myself into projects and work. It's a strange feeling because you'd think those days would kind of be helping, but they actually make me more depressed and more in the pain of loss that I'm going through. So I'm working super hard to just find a new routine, and if it means I throw myself into tasks every day, then that is what it takes, because I get through the days better. By the end of the night after dinner, am I exhausted and completely ready for bed? And a lot of nights by 7:30 I am in bed, and then I'm doing a little bit of mindless scrolling before bedtime. Yeah, that's what it looks like right now, but it's getting me through the day. There's still sadness, but I'm getting things done, so there's a level of stress that's being relieved. So, what I am working on in this video is meal prep. I have basically not really cooked for 2 months. Well, I take that back, a month and a half, because I'm I've been working on getting back into a routine. The first month, there was days I didn't even eat because it just wasn't a priority in my head. It wasn't on purpose. It just was. I know my mom would want me to focus on taking care of my family, taking care of myself. She would want those things. She would not want me to be in a state of depression that I'm not getting anything done. So, meal planning and prepping, I have to get back into because we have done far too much pizza, far too much easy food like that isn't necessarily the healthiest. And again, one of those priorities that I know my mom would want me to take on and I personally want to take on is being healthier and really focus on nourishing my family's bodies with good food. And there's probably some, like, in the back of my head, a little bit more of my own mortality tied into that, in that I want to live a very long time for my son. So I better start learning better eating habits now. It is becoming my new focus to find nourishing, healthy foods and meal prepping them, because it is very easy for me to get to the end of the day and be so exhausted that I don't want to do anything. And that has really been my new norm. That's the habit I'm trying to break. So you're gonna see a meal prep video and I'm really excited to share it with you. But I wanna be very, very honest. I made a meal plan. I went to the grocery store. I came home and prepped the easiest thing, and then I got tired. So one of the other things, and you're gonna see that in a second, but one of the things that I am also focused on is having grace with myself. I'm experiencing something I have not experienced before. So I can't expect what I expected of myself in the past. And that's okay. And I remind myself of that every day. And if you're going through this or you have gone through this, I'm sure you get what I'm saying. I'm just done being hard on myself for whatever reason. If I need a break, I'm gonna take a break. But again, sometimes those breaks are hard on me. So it's all a juggling act. I'm learning as I go. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna get through it because I have to. I have to for myself, I have to for my family. And my mom would expect me to. She wouldn't expect anything of me. She would want me to move on and find joy. So that's what I'm doing. Let's get to the video. So by request, my husband actually asked me to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that we could put in the freezer so we could just grab them when we wanted them. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. So when I said I started with the easiest thing, I literally started just making a bunch of freezer peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Not even cool Uncrustables, just regular peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Super simple, super easy. But by the time I was done grocery shopping and meal planning in the morning, I was pretty spent. So I took a break in the afternoon to just relax and enjoyed family time and probably some mindless scrolling as well. So after a day of relaxing, I did get into relaxing clothes and decide, okay, I do have to make a dinner tonight. And I intended on this being frozen down into lunches. But since then, have learned my husband doesn't like noodles reheated. So I have to go back to the drawing board of our meal plan because I had quite a few like noodle-based dishes that I was going to make for dinner and then freeze down. But it turns out he does not like noodles. They get soggy, he said. So I have to either figure that out of how to fix it or just find something else. Anyway, this is a sausage and bow tie pasta. I I absolutely loved this dish. I was able to use up some peppers that were in the fridge, dicing them into small pieces, and then getting some Italian chicken sausage thrown into a pot with some onions and zucchini. So it had a lot of vegetables in this. And who doesn't like spaghetti with sauce or noodles with spaghetti sauce? Because I love it. So this was a super simple dish to make. I'm glad that I gave it a try. I would make this again. Oh, and then you top it with spinach. Oh, so good. While I am doing some dicing and chopping, I do want to tell you about a few new things that I am planning for my channel. One of the goals that I have had was to grow my YouTube channel. I know when everything happened, I honestly was ready to throw in the towel and just say I didn't want to do it. After, a month and a half of being away, I missed it. And I also decided that, my mom would not want me to quit the things that I enjoy doing. And I was reminded by my husband that I do deserve to do things that I enjoy as well. So I am throwing myself back in. I'm throwing myself into work, as I mentioned. And part of that is my YouTube channel, and I want it to grow, and I want to continue to build the relationships that I have been building with all of you as viewers. And when I say that, the kindness that I have received from you was unexpected and amazing, and I was so thankful I had it. So as you can see, I am doing this meal prep. What I want to do is I want to start doing some live meal preps. Am I nervous about the thought of doing it? Yes, insanely nervous. But do I want to give it a try? I do. So you will probably, for the first couple, I will probably just go live and give it a whirl and just see how it goes. And keep my fingers crossed that it's an awesome experience. I will give it at least several tries because you can't base it on your first one, and you also can't live in fear, right? I have to put myself out there and do the things that make me scared. And I just think right now I might as well push myself to do it. And part of that is because I talked about having to do meal prep more often. And I kind of feel like once I've gotten a few lives under my belt, and if they go well and you guys like them and I also like them, then maybe it's going to be one more motivating factor of getting these meal preps done. So that's the plan. You might not know when the first one is, but it's coming. And I'm excited about it. Like I have those butterflies in my stomach of doing something exciting and new. I hope you like them. I hope you can join me with them. But, let me know what you think down below. Would you watch a live meal prep video? Clearly, you wouldn't be able to edit it, so you would see all the faux pas that I make that sometimes I cut out and you guys don't see. Because, yes, they happen. I am not I show you guys a lot of my faux pas in the first place because I think they're funny. But now you'd really see them. So let me know if you would join in. Let me know if you want to join in, and tell me what you think below, because that's one of the things I want to do. And another one was actually suggested by you guys. So as a part of that meal prepping and everything, somebody mentioned maybe think about honoring your mom by cooking some of her recipes. And my mom actually had a Tupperware cookbook that she created. And so it is her cookbook. And I was thinking, that's such a good idea. And I love it. So I think we're going to be incorporating my mom's recipes into this series. And I hope you guys like it. I'm going to do that because it's just, for me, maybe a way I can connect with my mom one more way. And I hope you guys enjoy that. But they are coming up, and I am going to grow this channel. I'm going to grow this. My mom was my biggest cheerleader. and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in her honor. I'm going to keep moving forward. So this meal, this is how it turned out. Again, topped with delicious spinach and cheese, because what pasta isn't better with cheese? And we had a really good family dinner. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend it with me. We'll see you later. Bye.